Mookie, how difficult is it to make a grab like that when you're coming in on the ball on Dansby's at bat and make that catch about an inch off the ground?
It's definitely a tough play. Like I said, a lot of it is instinctual. So I just knew I needed to stay on my feet in order to get a throw off and have a chance at him at home. And so that was, my whole plan was just to try and do whatever I can to stay on my feet.
Big double play there to end the third inning. And how much do you think that caused some momentum shift in your favor? You guys started getting going offensively after that big defensive play.
Yeah, we were able to get a stop, really. Yesterday was we couldn't stop the bleeding, and today we were able to get a stop right there and put some pressure back on them. I think 3-1 game right there. That's attainable for sure.
Thank you.
Next question's from Cary Osborne. Go ahead.
Mookie, a lot of people have asked a lot of your teammates what it's been like to watch you play, but what has it been like for you to watch Corey Seager play?
It's been amazing. I didn't know much before I came over. I just knew, he's a good shortstop. He can swing it a little bit. And getting to see him day in and day out is definitely a blessing. I have really one job, and that's just to get on base and, stay there pretty much until he hits me in, which doesn't take too long.
Thanks, Mookie.
Next question's from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Mookie, is that the most emotion you've seen from Will Smith? He's not typically a super animated guy, but in that moment, certainly seemed to be.
Yeah, so far, that's definitely the most emotion. The right time, obviously he's been huge for us all year. So just for him to come through in that spot, I'm happy to see him, expressing himself.
Next question's from Scott Braun. Go ahead.
One more on Will for you, Mookie. Would you say that based off some of the at-bats you saw from him in the playoffs and in the regular season too, that he was one of the more unlucky players this year based on how he's been squaring up the baseball?
You talking about Smitty?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hits a lot of line drives at people, but, can't really, we're producers, not directors, and so he produces good swings, and he can't really control it after that, but he continuously, squares up the ball, and you can't ask for more than that.
Next question's from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
And Mookie, how would you describe the mood going into this game in the clubhouse and all that?
I mean, obviously, we, one game away from elimination, and so you have to be ready to play. Every out is important, and I think we showed that today, and really for the rest of the series is every out's important. So I think we have to have the same mindset, for the next however many games.
You guys have talked before, you specifically, a couple of other guys, about getting punched in the face. Was maybe yesterday another example of another turning point?
Maybe. We scored 15 and then lost the next day, and so they're not going to quit. They know they're one away, and they have their number one going tomorrow, and so obviously they're a confident group, but we are as well, and so we know we have to be ready to play.
Next question's from Jack Harris. Go ahead.
Mookie, how much did just having people back in the stadium add to – Mookie, how much did having people back in the stadium just add to that, especially that sixth inning, but the whole game tonight?
Obviously, you hear the crowd and whatnot, but I think we're so focused. This is a tight-knit group. Obviously, the crowd definitely helps a lot, but I think from within we created some momentum, and we, like you said, our backs are against the wall, and so it's all hands on deck, and we're showing emotion and helping each other out.
We got time for one more. Go ahead, JP.
Yeah, Mookie, at a distance, it's easy to look at a catch or a hit or a stolen base and say, this could be a series-changing play right here or a game-changing play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm wondering, on the field, in the dugout, did you get a sense that any play tonight, whether you made it or whether it was Will's home run or anything, was that game-changing play?
I think the game-changing play today was obviously, we had a couple of them, but Muntz getting a walk right there to get Smitty up to the plate. That was a great at-bat by Muntz, passing the baton, not trying to do too much, took his walk, and then passed it to Smitty right there, and obviously he did what he does best.
Thanks, Mookie.